Hello, I'm Brian Mullins with the NASA Office of Inspector General. Each year, NASA spends about $1.5 billion on information technology assets, including more than 550 information systems that control spacecraft, collect scientific data, provide IT security, and enable agency personnel to collaborate with colleagues around the world. The adoption of cloud computing technologies has the potential to improve IT service delivery and reduce costs through faster deployment of computing resources and a decreased need to buy hardware or build data centers. With NASA and other federal agencies required to move more of their IT systems and processes to the cloud, the OIG evaluated NASA's progress in adopting cloud computing technologies. Specifically, we examined whether NASA has implemented an agency-wide IT governance model for cloud computing and reviewed the agency's risk management practices for acquiring and securing cloud computing services. Federal agencies transitioning to a cloud computing model may choose to adopt a private cloud strategy in which they operate their own data centers or purchase cloud services from public providers. While the private cloud alternative enables agencies to manage their critical IT services and control access to sensitive data directly, these benefits come at the high cost of owning and operating data centers. Conversely, the public cloud alternative frees organizations from the expense of data center ownership, but requires that they effectively manage contractor performance to ensure key business and IT security requirements are met. The OIG found that weaknesses in NASA's IT governance and risk management practices have impeded the agency from fully realizing the benefits of cloud computing and potentially put NASA systems and data stored in the cloud at risk. For example, several NASA centers moved agency systems and data into public clouds without the knowledge or consent of the agency's Chief Information Officer. In addition, NASA acquired cloud computing services on 5 occasions using contracts that failed to fully address the business and IT security risks unique to the cloud environment. And finally, one of the 2 moderate impact systems NASA moved to a public cloud operated for 2 years without proper authorization, a security or contingency plan, or a test of the system's security controls. To accelerate the federal government's use of cloud computing, the Office of Management and Budget requires agencies to adopt policies known as Cloud First, which evaluate secure, reliable, and cost-effective cloud computing alternatives when making new IT investments. Over the next 5 years, NASA projects that 75% of new IT programs could begin in the cloud, 40% of legacy systems could be moved to the cloud, and nearly 100% of the agency's public data may be stored in this environment. As this migration occurs, it is imperative that NASA strengthen governance and risk management practices to safeguard data while effectively spending IT funds. To realize the benefits from cloud computing, NASA will need to adopt key practices. First, it is essential that NASA's contracts with service providers address key business and security risks unique to cloud computing. Second, NASA should properly define and effectively manage agency and cloud provider responsibilities. And finally, the agency must institute strong IT governance practices. Our report made 6 recommendations to NASA's Chief Information Officer aimed at strengthening governance of cloud computing, mitigating risks, and improving coordination between his office and the NASA centers when acquiring cloud services. The agency concurred with our findings and recommendations. To read the OIG's full report, please visit our website at oig.nasa.gov.